Welcome to Too Long Didn't Read Spanish. Today our topic is indefinite subjects. An indefinite subject is when you want to start a sentence with typically a word like one or people, and sometimes with we or they as well. When would you use one in a sentence? When you're speaking formally. So one needs to study if one has a test. One needs to walk on the sidewalk when one is walking. People need to wear hats at school. Anything like that, where you don't have a specific subject, you're just saying people in general, that is an indefinite subject. So, indefinite subjects in Spanish, instead of using one, people, we, or they, the word that you're going to use is se. And then the verb that you're going to use is either going to be the third person singular, or the third person plural. So this depends on what you're saying afterwards. So it's se plus the third person, and we don't know if it's singular or plural yet. To know if it's singular, this is what we should have after our verb. So we should have a singular noun. So if we had el libro, or if we had a preposition, so en, and then let's add casa to the end of that sentence. So if the verb that we're using is leer, I know that I want to say one reads a book or one reads at home. My question is, and I know that it's going to start with say, is what third person do I use? Do I use that singular or do I use that plural? If you have a singular noun or preposition, you're going to use the singular. So third person singular. Third person singular for these two things. Okay, so we have a singular noun, that makes that le. We have en, that makes that le. For our plural nouns, we know that this is going to be the third person plural. And we just need a plural noun to put over here. So let's say los apuntes. Here's the important part. You're going to look at the very next word. Is that singular or plural? It is plural. So we're saying los for something that is plural. Therefore, this is going to be that third person plural. So we would have se leen. Okay? I know what you're thinking, and I know exactly what you're going to write on the test, and I want to avoid that mistake. Oh no. You're going to look at a sentence, and you're going to say, okay, so I have se, and then my verb, I got it, and then something else, and then, oh, a plural noun. Muchas personas. So this person is going to say, let's use hablar. This person is going to write habla. And that person's Spanish teacher is going to be very unhappy because that person is not looking at the very next word. The very next word is a preposition. En or de. So we have de, that's a preposition. So instead of hablan, we need to use that third person singular, which is going to be habla. Se habla de muchas personas. So a dumb way to remember all this is really dumb. just say no to forgetting this thing. Just say no to taking that plural noun and using that to make the verb plural. Just say no to that. And a silly way of remembering what your subject is if you're saying this is think about somebody saying, say, what do you think people do on Mars? And you're talking about the general idea of it. Or say, what do you think people do in San Diego? So you have a, yeah, it's just a dumb way to remember say, okay?